Welcome to Short Corners, where we give you some quick thoughts on some of soccer's biggest topics of the weeks. I'm your host, Amobi, back again with my guy L. L, first and foremost, when it comes to Short Corners, we always ask how you feeling today.
I'm doing all right. Got a little crick in my neck. I guess
Yeah,
side effects of getting old, but um, I'm doing cool as
yeah,
usual. As I say every week, it's been a busy week, but I'm hanging in there, maintaining. Got a lot of good stuff cooking up, a lot of good stuff up my sleeve.
yeah,
So just excited about like everything that's in motion right now.
most
Um,
definitely. It's gonna be a
what about
scary
you?
summer. Nah, same. Yeah, just plugging away, one foot in front of the other. Knocking at the door. So sometimes when people don't open it, you got to break it down. So it's
For
been
sure,
a lot of good things, personally, business wise, and then obviously 2 cents wise. Some news has been reported this week. I'm sure we're not going to address it. That's what I've been told, but we're not going to address it. But that means we're doing good. That means we're doing good. So yeah, let's get right into it. Short corners.
Okay, before we start though, I want to give a congratulations to the Cooligans. They used to deal with Meadowlark, Dan Lebitard's media
Yeah.
company. They've been grinding it out for the longest. Definitely, you know, are a model of what we're looking to model our show after at some point. So congratulations to them for reaching new heights, getting new deals. Much success in their future as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
most definitely. Make sure you check back that episode because we had the Cooligans on our 2 cents
yeah, had
show.
Alexis on the show.
Yeah. Do you know any details behind the deal?
I don't know anything specific. I just know they added a couple extra shows. So they added the Cooligans on. They'll do a uh two episode a week
Okay.
situation. And they added like another show on to cover like F1 or something like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's get it. We on the right track then. That's
Yeah,
exciting when you see people that are in the same space, getting rewarded. So we give people their flowers on this
yeah,
show.
for sure. For sure. No hate. It's
All
all
right.
motivation. We got more work to do. That's what I say.
Yeah, most definitely.
But all right,
Um,
speaking of work, Canada's Miss National team has ceased to work. They're on strike.
Great
They're currently
segue.
on strike with the federation, citing some compensation issues. So they sent out a Dear Canada letter earlier this week, asking for a review of Canada's soccer broadcast and sponsorship contracts, 40% of World Cup qualification money, and a joint contract with the women's team with equal compensation for match fees. So kind of similar to what the U.S. Women's National Team just recently went through. Um, I'm not 100% familiar with the Canadian Federation, but from what I've heard and what I've seen, like on the timeline, that this has been an ongoing issue with them. And the men are finally taking a stand before the World Cup comes. I guess they got to get their business right before the World Cup comes. So, what are your thoughts on this?
I love it. I love it for the simple fact that they didn't let it affect the qualification process. I'm sure everything was going on behind the scenes, but they waited to qualify, got that out the way, and then now they have the most leverage because first Canadian World Cup burst since I don't know how long, and it seems like they have a group that's together, and they
Mm-hmm.
included both sides, both men and women. So it wasn't just like, oh yeah, we made it to World Cup and we want this. Obviously the Canadian women's team has been doing great for a number of years. But when you come to the table as a fist, it's a lot more leverage. So I, for one, I support it, and I think the timing couldn't have been better.
Yeah, for sure. Um, like I said before, I don't know a lot about what's going on, but the fact that they're unified in this approach, I feel is very important
Mm-hmm.
for them. Being proactive. Like I said, I don't know what the situation's been, but them being proactive, like requesting equal compensation and stuff like that, I feel
Yeah.
like is a very important thing to kind of note there. So best of luck to them. I'm sure they'll get it worked out before the World Cup. Yeah, I don't see this lasting into November. So hopefully they get it worked out and they get everything they need, and much respect and much success.
Yeah, yeah. I think this is Canada's golden generation, and it could be a precedent for years to come how they continue to move forward. I mean, if they do well, obviously this World Cup, and then next World Cup on home soil,
Yep.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a great segue to the future of Canadian soccer.
Yeah, for sure. Well, best of luck to them. Um, Also, best of luck to the Orlando Pride. Their coaches have been placed on leave. Um, so Orlando Pride coaches Amanda Cromwell and Sam Green, I'm sorry, were placed on temporary administrative leave on Tuesday by the National Women's Soccer League and NWSLPA, pending an investigation into a violation of the NWSL's discrimination, harassment, and bullying policy for alleged retaliation. Um, these findings are also a part of the larger league-wide investigation of the league's workplace misconduct issues. So everything that happened like last year and prior to that. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Uh, it's crazy. Well, first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to my guy Seb Hines. Even though he got the interim role, and obviously through crazy circumstances, congrats to him. He's been grinding at the coaching level in the women's game, so hopefully he can do well. And obviously, it's a unique transition or time period for the squad. So shout out to him. And then in terms of this situation, it's like, man, it's like for every like every step forward NWSL makes is like two steps back because of situations that are coming to light, and it's really unfortunate, that obviously we don't know the full story, and the investigation still needs to be had, but it's not a good look. It's like it's not a good look at all. Wonder your thoughts about the situation.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably see a lot more of this
Yeah,
until like the entire league is cleaned out. That's what I'm thinking.
you
Like the
think so?
entire league was dirty. Like you gotta get all the gunk out.
Like
I feel like this is just part of that. And also Amanda came from UCLA, so she was coaching
that's why I'm like
UCLA,
that's why I'm tripping off that. I'm like, yo, she was at UCLA.
and apparently some of this stuff was going on at UCLA. Um, I would have tapped our sister Kaya, but she's burnt out on all this stuff. We gotta
Yeah.
let our good sister rest. But this I think this is another reason why Mia Official didn't come to Orlando when she was drafted by Orlando. This could have
Mm.
been part of the reason why she opted to play in Mexico instead. Um,
Well, someone check
so
her
think,
tweets. She probably made some like inside, like how I might have to
yeah.
check those
So
tweets.
thinking about it like that, then it's like why do we keep letting these coaches into the league? You know what I'm saying? Like we need to change the vetting process. There needs to be more due diligence done
Yeah,
into their conduct on every level that they've coached on. You know what I mean? Um, so hopefully, this is a continuation of getting all the bad seeds out of the league and doing a complete rehaul, refresh, whatever. I mean, this is a top tier league in arguably the world, so they gotta get it together, especially if they want to reach the heights that they're looking to reach. They want to get the revenue targets they're looking to get. They want to get the
exactly.
TV respect they're looking to get. Like, gotta clean out all of this dirty mess and get the business right. So,
Most definitely. I'm trying to. I was like, I'm on her page right now, trying to see if she said any like sneak disses. Can't find any, but like you said, you want to create a work environment where the women want to play. Especially at this pivotal time, a lot of eyes are being seen on the NWSL and the women's game. So, how can we highlight the positive things that are happening and not have these situations continue to be uncovered? And not to say that we don't need to uncover them, because we want to make light of the situations and be proactive about it. But like you said, we got to get the gunk out, and we got to make sure that there's um, positive steps forward.
yep. All right, last
Dang,
one,
damn UCLA, come on.
man. Right, the alma mater
Yeah.
fucking up. All right. So last one. So Tracy McGrady. This isn't soccer related, but we're gonna tie it back. Tracy McGrady is launching a one-on-one basketball league called the Ones Basketball League. And the league landed a deal with Showtime Sports where they'll tell the stories of the players around the game, and cover the league's games as well. The winner of each region will get a 10K payout, and the winner of the final in Vegas will receive 250K. Um, and to tie this into soccer, recently we saw Kun Aguero playing a five-a-side game in Miami, um,
Yeah.
and saying that we need one of the captions said we need more content like this. So thinking about like the street ball aspects and then like street soccer aspects, like that's an area of I feel like the game that's not really being talked about, not really being covered, not really being documented. It's probably a bunch of stories over there. Um, so what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on T Mac's new venture, but also B on something similar to this happening for soccer?
Yeah, so for T-Mac, first and foremost, I love it. I think it's, unique ways to continue to increase sports and entertainment. And then, that's how it all starts. One-on-one basketball, obviously within a team setting, you got to grow, but, you got to win your battles. So I definitely want to know like the rules around it. Is there a shot clock? Is it like one-on-one three dribbles, or is it one-on-one open play? You know, for the basketball heads that know, there's different nuances when it comes to the rules behind one-on-one. Um, but to give, you know, athletes a chance to showcase themselves, you never know what could happen, and I'm excited for that. And as it relates to soccer, whether it's 5v5 or small sided or 77, yeah, definitely want to see more of that. Whether it's pro guys in their off seasons or just if there's like a high level, um, high level cities that have like legit pickup games, whether it's ex pros, college guys that used to play that have, still love the game, whatever that looks like. I think those are ways to increase um, fandomship, but also um, just the growth of the game. I'm sure that View did numbers, and the fact that it was in Miami, like in the United States, so there's no excuse to say like, oh, soccer in America is not here. Like it's here. It's just some people haven't tapped into all the markets of where soccer is actually present. So I definitely would be excited to see more content, and I know you got some ideas around that as well. So
Yeah, I got some up my sleeve when it comes to this. We talked about it before.
uh-huh.
We've in our mini brainstorming sessions. Yeah, we got something. Don't worry about it. We'll be there in a minute. Be there in a minute. If you got your checkbook ready, holla at us. Like we
Yeah,
got some ideas. But yeah, definitely. I think this will also be a good gateway for more underserved communities, more specifically like the Black community, to kind of get them into the game. Like looking at the popularity of like street basketball in the Black community. Think about
yeah.
Rucker. You think about
They just
um,
came out with a
you know
documentary the other day about that.
yeah. You
Yeah.
think about Rucker, Drew League. Think about what And One did in the early 2000s. If you was there, you had to be there. But if you was there, like it was definitely a movement. Um, and to see something similar for soccer, I think it could go a long way, especially if it hits at just the right time, whether
Mm-hmm.
it be like right after the World Cup or like right before the World Cup. In the States in 2026, I think it'll it'll be a good catalyst to kind of like getting more kids into the game, like on a casual level, like picking up, keeping the ball at their feet rather than dribbling, bouncing the basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So like other ways of playing with the ball, other ways of expressing themselves on the court. You don't have to do it on a basketball court. It can be on the basketball court, but you playing soccer instead of hoops.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested to see how everything plays out. Congrats to T Mac on this. This is super dope. And also like the content behind that's gonna be super important. I expect that to be dope as well. Telling the story to these dudes. They may be hoop legends, they may be neighborhood legends, like you
Yeah.
know, and really getting to tell their stories. I think that's some super dope stuff that's in there. And yeah, like I said before, stay tuned. I'm cooking something up. We're gonna make something shake
Yeah.
for real.
No, like you said, I think it's an exciting time, and people are hungry for this type of content, these type of atmosphere, these type of platforms. I know there's in LA the shoe surgeon just like opened up like a little pickup league at his studio. It's basketball and soccer, football. Um, but there's other leagues around the nation, and hopefully we can highlight that and see the growth of the game. Whether it's if it has to be like the Grills of the world showing up incognito, or just the local neighborhood legends, like you said. I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
So, um, Yeah, but to add on what you said, yeah, you definitely got something in the works, and excited to see that come to fruition. But any closing thoughts, El, before we wrap up the show?
Um, nah, man, just everybody, stay safe out there, stay hungry, um, keep pushing because we gonna
Yeah,
keep
most
pushing.
definitely. Yeah, keep pushing. And, shout out to everyone that's supported. Shout out to everyone who's pocket watching. Shout out to everyone that's doing a lot of great things. It's going to be a fun summer, so let's get to it. That's our show for this week. Subscribe, rate, and review. It helps us get discovered. Follow us on the socials at 2 Cents FC Show. If you're watching this, you're probably on Patreon. Sorry. If you're watching this, you're probably on Patreon. So thank you. It's love. It really means a lot to see the support, coming to fruition. And it just excites us and motivates us to continue to do more. Elle's busy. I'm busy. The whole 2 Cents family is busy, but we all love soccer. We all love giving back, and you guys make it possible. So thank you guys so much, and tell a friend to join us as well. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The only way to go is up. So with that being
For real.
said,
Peace out, y'all.